Everyone, it's Chris from Platform 9. Today I'm going to take you through Private Cloud Director and how we really simplify self-service user management as well as setting quotas and handing out access. So let's jump in. Here I'm at the screen. Immediately I can see there's a domain. A domain is how we isolate maybe production from all things development and engineering. A domain can have different self-service user configurations, single sign-on configurations, and things like that. But importantly, it can either share or have isolated underlying nodes that are providing the compute power. So I'm going to log into the default domain. And once we log in, we can see that I've got a bunch of VMs running. There's some healthy, there's some unhealthy, there's some healthy hypervisor nodes and unhealthy hypervisor nodes. But importantly, here in the top right-hand corner, I can see which service I'm logged into. I'm logged into the service tenant. If I was to switch here to the engineering tenant, I'm going to get a very different view of the world. In this tenant, I'm actually only a self-service user. That means that all I can do here is come in and deploy virtual machines, maybe see what images and flavor types that I've got access to, but I really can't make any fundamental changes to the environment, right? I'm an engineer, I need to deploy VMs. This is where I come to do it. But where do we control those settings? Well, this all happens in tenants where I'm an administrator, specifically the service tenant. Automatically here I can see it's changed, I can see infrastructure, and I can come down here to tenants and users and see where these are actually administered. If I wanted to make a change to maybe my engineering tenant and allocate different quotas, I'd come here, select that, click Manage Quotas, and I can come in here and make a change. Right now that's set to 10. I could double that and set to 20. Maybe someone's got new people on the team. Maybe they need more capacity and that's there in the environment for that to be available. And I might triple this and say they can make 15 VMs, not 5. And click Update Quotas. That takes effect immediately. And if I change back here from service to my engineering tenant, I can see here immediately that these allocations have updated. I can now deploy twice as many CPUs as I could before. Coming back to my service tenant, I can actually override quotas per user per tenant as well. That can be done from the user dashboard very easily. If I choose myself here, I can click Manage Quotas. And I can click Engineering, and I can say, no, Chris can only do 5, and he's only got 10. Right? A great way to make sure you've got equal usage amongst users across tenants as well. And it's as simple as that. If you want to enable self-service and you want to limit how much of the resource each tenant can use, what you do is you set up a domain, set up the tenants within the domains, and start allocating users or groups to each of those tenants. And every user that's interacting within that tenant, when they log in, they're going to be able to see the compute quotas that have been used. And if they try to build a VM when they're out of quota, they'll have a notification that says, hey, you can't deploy that VM, you've hit your quota limits. And that's all. Thank you all for your time, and if you would like to know more, head to platform9.com.